Listen up, fans of the Ladies of Litchfield. We have to start this story with a big, huge spoiler alert for Orange is the New Black Season 6. If you haven't caught up on the latest season, which dropped on Netflix July 27th, go put yourself in the shoe until this story is over. After 6 seasons adjusting to her incarceration, Piper Chapman, played by Taylor Schilling, is finally free on early release because white privilege. In the season finale, Piper leaves Litchfield Max as a newlywed after getting hitched to her on-again girlfriend and reason she was in the slammer to begin with, Alex Voss, played by Laura Prepon. Piper's feelings about leaving prison were bittersweet since she thought she would have 5 more months with her new wife, who still has 4 years left on her sentence. With the 7th season of the Jenji Kohan-created prison dramedy on the horizon, viewers who are left wondering what Orange will look like with Piper on the outside can take solace in knowing that, as is Kohan's motto, there is still more story to tell. Brian Chamberlain, who wrote the season finale, explains to The Hollywood Reporter, "Jenji knew that she wanted to get Piper out at the end of this season coming into season 6. She liked the surprise of it, and she wanted to be able to tell stories about post-prison. It wasn't just a season 6 end, it was partially about getting into the arc of where Piper goes. It's about what is significant about the criminal justice system and what is significant about Piper's story and journey, so there's plenty to be told." Executive producer Tara Herman told THR that Orange plans to follow Piper's life on the outside just as much as it followed her on the inside, calling the character played by Schilling the grounding force of the show. Herman now elaborates, acknowledging both the end of an era and an opening to other storytelling possibilities. "We're very excited because now we have a few people on the outside, Aleyda Diaz, played by Elizabeth Rodriguez, being one of them, and to be able to show the juxtaposition of what life is like for someone in Aleyda's shoes compared to somebody who is in Piper's shoes is very exciting for us," she says. The parallels between the experiences of white inmates compared to those of non-white, non-privileged inmates has long been a focus of Orange's storytelling. In the latest season, that juxtaposition is highlighted in a more heartbreaking way than ever as Taystee Jefferson, played by Danielle Brooks, cops a life sentence for a murder she did not commit, as Piper contemplates the endless possibilities the world outside Max holds for her. The hair salon conversation between Piper and Taystee in the 11th episode, Well, This Took a Dark Turn, which was directed by Prepon, was meant to be a turning point ahead of Piper's release. That was, as a room, something we leaned into as one of the most important moments of the season, said Chamberlain. Especially for Piper's arc in prison to come out of it with this understanding that, yeah, she got it hard in prison. People didn't let up on her, but so many of these women have it hard on the outside, and that's part of the reason they went after Piper in prison. This contrast of her fish out of water story, which is for minorities and people who are underprivileged classes, that's constant. That's the world that they inhabit every day. Since the Netflix series is based on the true story of Piper Kerman, viewers could look to Kerman's post-prison story for hints about where Orange's Piper might go. After serving 13 months of her 15-month sentence in a minimum security prison, Kerman wrote her memoir of the same name, inspired the Netflix TV show, and continues to be an activist for prison reform. Kerman remains a consultant on Orange, but since season 2, the series has significantly veered from her memoir to create its own fictionalized world through TV Piper's experience. Piper's release could provide an opportunity for the two stories to meet up once again, with the potential for the character to also go down the activism route in season 7. Whatever Piper chooses to do with her newfound freedom, in speaking to both Herman and Chamberlain, it sounds likely that the 7th season of Orange will continue to follow the lives of those who are still incarcerated in Max, while also tracking Piper and Aleyda on the outside. Whether or not Piper's release sets up the show for its endgame remains to be seen. As Herman explains, "The truth of the matter is the show could go on forever and ever. We so enjoy having the show as a place to not only talk about what's going on in the current climate, but for us as a room, it's been such a therapeutic place for us to come and share and grow as artists and people. So it's an ongoing debate." The 13-episode 6th season of Orange is the New Black is streaming now on Netflix. To read much more on Orange is the New Black, head to thr.com/OITNB. For The Hollywood Reporter News, I'm Lindsay Rodriguez.